Hey there! So, if you've ever felt like you're just typing the same Linux commands over and over and over again, well, you're in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to make the leap from those tedious one-off commands to some seriously powerful automation. We'll show you how to turn all that repetitive work into simple scripts that save you time, effort, and, let's be honest, probably a little bit of your sanity. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? It's like you're a digital robot. That morning routine of typing sudo apt update, then sudo apt upgrade, or that endless loop of copying files, zipping them, moving them somewhere else, and all the while there's this little voice in your head screaming, "There's gotta be a better way." Well, guess what? That voice is absolutely right. We're about to show you how to automate those chores and get back your most valuable resource, your time. Okay, here's our game plan. First, we're gonna set up our digital workshop. That's our server. Then we'll make that big leap from single commands to full-on scripting. After that, we'll see it all in action with some real-world examples. And finally, and this is super important, we'll talk about how to use all this new power responsibly.
First things first, before you can automate anything, you need a solid place to work from. Just think of your Linux server as your own personal digital workshop. You can't build a masterpiece on a shaky table, right? Same idea here. You gotta build it right, lock it down, and keep it in good shape before you can start doing all the cool stuff. And look, it doesn't matter if we're talking about a massive server in the cloud or a tiny Raspberry Pi in your house, managing it always comes down to this simple repeating cycle. You install it, you update it, you back it up. Then you do it all again. These aren't one-and-done tasks. This is the very pulse, the heartbeat that keeps your server healthy and alive. Okay, so the workshop is up and running. Great. But how do you get in the door? I mean, it's probably not sitting right there on your desk, is it? You need a key. You need a secure way to get in and take control from literally anywhere in the world. And this is where we see that not all keys are the same, not even close. On one hand, you've got Telnet. Think of it like a rusty old key that basically shouts your password and all your data out loud for anyone to hear. It's a massive security risk, just a terrible idea. Then you have SSH. This is your modern encrypted keycard. Everything is scrambled, locked down tight. It's a private, secure tunnel. Honestly, it's not even a choice. It's SSH, always. All right, so our workshop is built. We've got our secure key to get in. Now we get to the magic. This is where we stop being the manual laborer and start being the architect. We're going to teach the workshop how to do the work for us. It's time to make the leap from just commands to powerful scripts. So what even is a script? Let's not overcomplicate this, because it's actually super simple. A script, and we're usually talking about a bash script in the Linux world, is nothing more than a to-do list for your computer. That's it. It's a plain text file where you just list out the commands you want to run, in order. Seriously, if you can type a command into the terminal, you've already got all the skills you need to write a script. Okay, but why bother? What's the big deal? Well, this is the good part. First, you get automation. You can use tools like cron to literally make your server work for you while you're sleeping. Next up, consistency. You know, humans make typos, we forget a step. A script, it's perfect every single time. And finally, speed. A task that might take you 10 minutes of careful typing, with a script, it's done. Instantly. It's a total game changer. Okay, enough theory. Theory is fine, but let's see how this stuff actually works in the real world. We're going to look at some real, everyday problems that scripting just completely solves. Remember we talked about how critical backups are? Well, who wants to manually copy files every single night? You're going to forget one day, it's just human nature. Instead, you write a quick little script, tell the server to run it every night at 3 a.m., and boom, perfect automatic backups every single time. You can literally set it and forget it. Or how about this? Imagine you're running a file server for your team. Every time a new person joins, you got to go through this whole dance of adding the user, creating their folder, setting the right permissions. It's a pain. Or you have a script. You just run one command, like add new user, Sarah, and bam, in seconds, Sarah's account is set up perfectly and consistently. Now, this one's probably my favorite because it's about getting ahead of problems. Instead of waiting for your server to crash and then panicking, you can have a script that acts like its personal doctor. Every hour, it checks the server's vitals, disk space, memory usage, and if it sees something wrong, like the disk is 90% full, it shoots you an email alert, so you can fix the problem before it becomes a catastrophe.
So we've seen how powerful scripting can be. It really is like having a superpower. But that power to make hundreds of changes instantly also means you have the power to break hundreds of things instantly. So we absolutely have to talk about how to use these tools safely and responsibly.
I know, it sounds cliche, like something from a comic book, but for anyone managing a system, this is the golden rule. A single typo in a script, one wrong character, could accidentally tell the server to delete everything. I'm not kidding. Automation is a force multiplier, for good and for bad. This power demands caution, respect, and, yeah, a healthy dose of paranoia. So how do we stay safe? Let's break it down. Rule number 1, and this is non-negotiable, always test your scripts in a safe place first. A virtual machine is perfect for this. Never run a new script on an important server. Next, and this is a huge one, never, ever, ever type a password directly into your script file. That's called hard coding, and it's like leaving your house keys taped to the front door. Just don't do it. Finally, be specific. Instead of just telling a script to run a program, give it the full path, the full address to that program. It prevents any confusion. It's all about being careful and deliberate. So, there you have it. We've gone all the way from laying a foundation to writing the code that brings it to life. You now have the key ideas to stop being a digital janitor and start being a digital architect. So, the only question left is, when you look at your own world, at your own repetitive tasks, what's going to be the very first chore you teach your server to do for you?